Close your eyes and take several deep breaths. You may wish to feel the smell of the earth around you to help put you into deeper touch with it. Begin a slow, progressive relaxation. Start at the top of your head and begin directing warm, soothing energy to each part of your body, all the way down to your feet. Take your time with this. The more relaxed you are, the greater the effects of the meditation. Now place your hands on the earth itself, or imagine it if you aren't outside. Keep your eyes closed through this. Notice how it feels, its temperature, its texture, its solidness. Imagine that you can feel a slow, deep pulse rising up from the heart of the earth itself. Feel yourself connected solidly to the earth and to that inner peace. Breathe deeply and just relax, allowing the following images to form in your mind. You see yourself standing in the midst of a circle of an ancient oak trees. Their massive branches and trunks dwarf you. Their bark is twisted and gnarled like the skin of some ancient giant entity. The upper portions of the roots are exposed, but you know that they extend down into the heart of the earth itself. As you stand beneath them, looking up, they seem to extend forever. You are amazed that the trees could be this large. It is as if they form a wall against everything in the outside world. It is as if an inner circle is a point of separation. As you look about the giant trees, you are filled with wonder. If ever trees could house gnomes and elves, these surely could. The trees are so large that only diffused light enters into their midst. You don't know whether it is day or night. It could be either. In this glen there seems to be a perpetual in-between time. It is neither dusk nor dawn, and it never changes. It is then that you notice a soft mist rising from the ground. It almost tickles as it forms, and soon the grass and your feet are lost in it. You turn slowly within the circle, observing the shifting mist as it cloaks the base of the trees. As you come back around, through the mist, you see a face and a figure from the nearest tree. Somehow you know that this must be God, the king of the element of the earth. You whisper his name, and the mist responds by shifting and dancing, and the figure becomes more clearly defined within the tree. A second time you speak his name, this time a little louder and with more confidence. The mist swirls around the base of the tree, and you begin to see a figure move. Yet a third time you use the name. You send it strong and clear, and as you do, the mist parts, and God steps out from the tree itself. He is almost as tall as the average human, and he is dressed like a traditional gnome of folklore. He wears the colors of the earth, greens and browns, and upon his head is a cap. His hair and beard are long, and his features are dark and worn. His face is lined and set, and his eyes study you intensely. He is not sure he should have answered your call. He notices your uncertainty, and his eyes twinkle, softening his stare, but only for an instant. Then his serious manner returns. He motions for you to sit. He assumes a position across from you. He extends his hand down and passes the earth as if it were merely water. When he withdraws it, he hands a handful of soil. Every grain of sand and soil is like one of the millions of cells that make up your own body. All of the minerals found within the earth are also found within you. Thus, you are connected to it, and it is connected to you. Anything that happens to it will return to you. He closes his hand around the soil, and as he opens it, you see he has transformed it into a perfect diamond. It shimmers and shines, drawing your eyes to it. He holds it up before you, and as you gaze upon it, images begin to appear and disappear, a moving collage of the abuses of humans upon the earth. You see land stripped and left bare, eroding from too much mining and greed. You see farmland with soils depleted of minerals through chemicals and overuse. You see rare and precious plants and animals destroyed with little or no long-range repercussions for humanity. Then you see foodstuffs artificially fortified because natural minerals are rare. You see the greater population anemic and starving. You see images of people dying because the plants that could have healed them are extinct. Your body aches in response to these images. Then God closes his hand around the diamond and then reopens it, revealing the loose sand and soil. Again he closes his fist upon it, and he opens, and there lies in his palm an exquisite emerald, rich, warm, and glowing. It radiates around you, and your mind, you begin to see new images. You see the life entities of every flower and plant. You see humans working and walking with these entities. You see flower fairies and tree elves. You see water spirits and forest devas. You see humans reverencing life in all its forms. You see those abused land being restored. You see land that is rich and fertile, and you see humans living in balance with it. And you notice the aches you felt before have disappeared. You are connected to the earth, just as everything upon the earth is connected to you. Whatever happens to one happens to the other, because we are all a part of the greater whole. What happens to any one aspect happens to all. This is felt as stress and tension that is often ignored, but it is real. And one person learns to work with the natural world more fully and joyfully. This then influences the whole as well. As you open to those in my kingdom, you clear the way and facilitate others doing so as well. As you develop relationships with those you call elves and fairies, others will feel the effects. It will be subtle at first, and it may even be ignored, just as the personal effects of the earth's abuse are often ignored. You will not have to convince them, for as you open to this realm, on some level of the subconscious, those around you will also know. God stands and motions you to do likewise. He closes his fist around the emerald, and with his free hand he takes yours and holds its palm up. He then opens his fist and drops into your palm a perfectly formed crystal ball. As you look at it, you see the markings of the planet Earth. This is the sign of my promise to work with you and to help open the earth of all of its mysteries to you. Do not be fooled by it, though, for it carries great responsibility. If you accept it, it is your promise to do your part as well. If you are not yet ready and are not sure, simply leave it upon the ground at your feet when you leave. There it shall remain until you are ready. God steps back towards the tree of which he emerged. The mist begins to rise up. It swirls softly and gently. He nods, and for a moment you even see a gentle smile. Then he is simply formed within the tree. This then fades until you're standing on a circle of oaks holding the crystal planet. You think about the responsibility and all you can do, and you make your decision. As you do, the image of the glen within this ancient circle of oaks begins to fade, and you find yourself back where you started, at the beginning of your meditation. Here's the illustration that he put